of the court business. Brigadier, is it correct that under the Nongoma case 136, sorry, my lord, not 136, 163/10 of 2018, which was being investigated. At the time when accused number 2 was arrested, you were not in possession, or you did not have a warrant of arrest against accused number 2.
I've answered it, my lord. On my answer, dealt with it in evidence in chief and under cross-examination.
Yeah, that question was asked. And I think you said the person who arrested the gentleman, accused number 2, as a result of the investigations pertaining to the murder in Nongoma, was Sergeant Mohale.
Correct, in the company of Sergeant Mapena.
That's it. So that question has been answered.
Thank you, my lord.
Inkantolo iwufundile lo yamthetho nangokho inkantolo iwufundile ithe kulungile ummeli angase aqhubeke nangokho lo yamthetho uthi bekwamele kungavunyelwa ukuthi abuze imibuzo njengoba ummeli wakhe suka ubuza. Uma ebuza manje ubuza ukuthi iqiniso ukuthi ngalesikhathi niyobopha ummangalelo wesibini nanikade ningenayo incwadi egunyaza ukuthi ummangalelo wesibini aboshwe. Yaphendula ubrigadier ukuthi bese senguphendulile lo mbuzo. Benguphendule ngithe uboshwe uSergeant Mohani ehamba no Mapena.
And until to date, as you are testifying, there is no warrant of arrest that has been authorized against accused number 2 under this case.
I've answered also that, my lord.
Fikela namanje ayikho incwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa kommangalelo wesibini uthi ubrigadier nalo mbuzo sengawuphendula.
Sorry, just to be fair to Ms. Mshololo, were you in court when the brigadier testified, when asked questions by Mr. Mgomezulu pertaining to the J50s, ne?
Yes, my lord.
That the J50s were issued for each and every accused?
Correct, my lord.
And those are warrants of arrest which enable this brigadier to take these guys to court after arresting them. I'm just saying, I listen. So there were 5 actually warrants of arrest. And you are putting it to him that up to today, there was no warrant of arrest issued for accused number 2. So the evidence shows that, and I'm not giving evidence because I'm being accused, I interfere, I give evidence. The evidence which I listened to by this witness is to that effect that a warrant of arrest was issued by him. And that you applied for the warrant of arrest on application to a magistrate in Boksburg.
Correct, my lord.
Yeah.
My lord, maybe I referred to case 636, which is the case that we are dealing with here. But my question was...
Okay, fine.
My question was intending to ask in respect of case Nongoma case 136,
Okay,
my lord. Not the one that, Brigadier, I'm not referring to the one that we are currently busy with, which is false Loras.
Yes, my lord, but even that, the question was put to me by Advocate Mshololo about exactly that, the status of Nongoma 163 of 10/2018, and I've answered. It was a similar question, my lord.
Okay.
Yebo mina ngawuphendula umbuzo ngalo leliyaqala laseNongoma ebelibuzwe umbuzo bobuzwe ummeli uMngomezulu.
And also, under the Nongoma case 289/11/2012, which is the docket that was supplied to us. Also in that case, there was no warrant of arrest at the time when accused number 2 was arrested until today.
Yes, there wasn't, my lord.
Fikelana namhlanje kulelinye icala lesibini kuleliya dokodo enasinika lona ufikela nanamuhla akukabi nencwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa kommangalelo wesibini uthi yebo ayizange bekhona leyo ncwadi.
Same thing with the third case, which is false Loras case number 88/06/2012.
Yes, my lord.
Nale ncwadi nale cala leli laseForce Loras nalo alinayo incwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa kommangalelo wesibini uthi yebo.
Okay. It's fine. Let's move on to the statement that was made before Colonel Mboto. Colonel Mboto testified about the statement that he took on behalf of accused number 1. Are you following?
I'm listening, my lord.
Yes. My question there is that looking at the time, or maybe if I can just remind you, the statement was taken on the 30th of May 2020 at 21:45.
Correct?
Yes.
That's a starting time, my lord.
Statement sithathwe nge-30 zika May 2020 ngo-10:45.
Okay. Am I correct also to say it is alleged that the accused indicated that he wanted to make the statement during the day?
Alleged by whom, my lord, that he wants to make a confession during the day? I'm not aware of that.
Okay.
Iqiniso na ukuthi bekuthiwe kunamahebezi abe athe ummangalelwa bekathe yena angathanda ukugunyuluka emini uthi ubrigadier ubani obekade ena ekhuluma lelo ndaba.
Before the statement was taken by Colonel Mboto, it would have came to your attention that the accused had indicated to make the statement.
Yes, my lord, and I testified about this.
Yes.
Ngaphambi kokuthi akhulume noKolonel Mboto besese wena unolwazi lokuthi ummangalelwa bekathe ufuna ukukhuluma uthi yebo besese ngiphane nangobufakazi balokho.
And at what time of the day did you become aware that accused wanted to make the statement?
My lord, I testify about this. I even disclosed my diary, which indicates the time when I was informed, leading up to Fostoras meeting accused number 1 at Fostoras outside the police station. Testified about this in evidence in chief and under cross-examination, right up to the time this confession was taken by Colonel Mboto.
Wazenini wena ukuthi ummangalelwa ubekade efuna ukuwenza istatement uthi ubrigadier mina besese ngichazile lokho Nkosi yenkantolo kusukela esikhathini ummangalelwa ngizobe ngaziswa kufikela aze ayenza leso statement besese ngichazile uma ngiqala ngobufakazi bami nanoma ngihlonywa ngemibuzo ngiye ngachaza lokho.
Why, according to your knowledge, why accused number 1 was not taken to the magistrate to make the statement?
My lord, it was Saturday. If you look at the date of the 30th of May, it was Saturday. I met him, I think, around 1900 hours. I've testified about this. I'm not sure if you can find a magistrate around that time. So that's the first part. But second, my lord, commissioned officers carries the same powers as justice of peace insofar as taking the confessions. That is the essence of it.
Kungani ummangalelwa oqala yena angazange ayisiwe kumantshi ukuze ayenze statement sakhe uthi ubrigadier ukuphendula bekade kungumgqibelo uyakhumbula ukuthi wahlangana nommangalelwa ngabo 7 ntambama la ukuthi akekho umantshi osebenzayo ngaleso sikhathi kodwa bonke ukuthi banegunya lokuthatha istatement nabo bayafana banegunya elifana nabo mantshi.
Thank you. If it is correct that the accused had indicated freely and voluntarily that he wants to make the statement, why was it necessary that it is done at night? Why didn't you wait for the following day for the accused's statement to be taken?
No, but my lord, where is that regulated? There's someone who wants to confess in a complex matter that I'm seized with. He's aware of his constitutional rights. He wants to make this confession freely and voluntarily, and one makes an attempt to find an independent office, and that person is found. Why would you want to delay the taking of that? I'm not aware of a provision that says you must wait until the morning.
Manje uma ingabe ummangalelwa yena wayekade efuna ukukhuluma kanjalo kungani ke kuye kwaphoqeleka ukuthi ayenze istatement sakhe ebusuku? Uthi ke ubrigadier mina anginawo umthetho ongiwaziyo othi umuntu mayefuna ukwenza istatement kwamele kulindwe ilanga elizayo ngoba bekade efuna ukwenza istatement kwicala elibucayi manje kungani kwamele simlinde ukuthi siyenzwe ilanga elilandelelayo ngoba lo muntu ufuna ukukhuluma manje kungani bekwamele simele ilanga elilandelelayo angiwazi umthetho osho njalo.
And that was done, sorry, my lord, that was done, sorry, counsel, to speak over you. It was in the interest of justice because it cut both ways, my lord. It's also the interest of justice that when such evidence comes to you, you must collect it as professionally and as adequate as you can to build the state's case because that's what I was assigned with this matter for.
Futhi ke lokho ngikwenze mina ngibheke ubulungiswa ngoba umthetho uthi kwamele kubhekwe ubulungiswa uma kusetshenzwa ngamacala.
And the accused at that time, I'm talking about the time when the statement was made, which is 2145 minutes up to 12 o'clock when it was completed, allegedly. The accused was supposed to have been sleeping by that time, resting.
My lord, I don't know how counsel knows the pattern of, I don't know the pattern, maybe I should answer this way. I don't know the sleeping pattern of accused number 1.
Lesi statement siyenzwe ebusuku ngo 9:45 ukuyofika ntathabusa uthi ummeli umangalelwa ngaleso sikhathi bekwamele kube ulele Brigadier Ruth angazi ukuthi ulala mabasikhathi.
And at the time when you became aware that accused number 1 wanted to make the statement, were you with the accused or you were informed by someone else?
My lord,
Before I
I testified about this. I was cross-examined about it as well. I was informed by Sergeant Mkhula, that's what I indicated.
Okay.
An arrangement then we made for us to meet at Phosphorus police station. I was informed. I testified about this and I was cross-examined by Mr. Mkhulu.
Ngalesikhathi umangalelwa efuna ukukhuluma wawukade unaye na uthi Nkosi yenkantolo bese sengichazile ngalesikhathi ngibuzwa ubaba uMngomezulu ukuthi mina ngiyengaziswa uSergeant Mkhula ngalelicala ukuthi umangalelwa ofuna ukukhuluma.
Is there a written statement or any written note wherein it is recorded that on such and such a particular date, accused number 2, after his rights had been explained, he indicated that he wanted to make the statement?
Well, to me, yes. It's recorded, my lord. It's recorded in my diary, and I testified about this. And I gave the copy of my diary to counsel, including Ms. Adv Mshololo, and they read the original, which I still have. It's indicated that I was informed at a specific time, what time I met the accused, the issues of rights are indicated there in the diary, and I've made the copies to the defense available.
Ukhona na la kubhalwe khona ukuthi ngesikhathi esithize umangalelwa wesibini yena ubekade ufuna ukwenza statement na uthi yebo sengikushilo lokho futhi ngibuziwe na ngakho imibuzo ngishilo ukuthi ngikubhale kwi-diary yami i-diary ekuthi ngiyenganikeza umshushisi wanika nabameli bonke naye uMamshololo unayo.
Is there a space wherein accused number 2 signed in that entry that you made? Signed that he is indicating to you that he wants to make the statement?
My lord, I'm not aware of that provision. I've never seen an accused that must sign in the police diary that he wants to make a statement. I've never come across such with due respect.
Kukhona la ukuthi umangalelwa usayine khona kwi-diary yakho ukuthi yena wayekade vele ukwenza efuna ukwenza leso statement esinjalo uthi Nkosi yenkantolo ngenhlonipho enkulu mina angikaze ngabona umthetho othi umsolo kwamele asayine ediaryini yami.
Okay, so
Please, ma'am, can we get clarity? Is counsel referring to accused number 1 or accused number 2? Because she's been cross-examining.
It's cross-examining
accused number
interchangeably.
1. Now she's referring to accused number 2. If we can just get
Yeah.
clarity.
Yes. Earlier she said accused number 1. Now she's now on number 2.
my lord, the statement that was made to Colonel Mboto is for accused number 1.
Yeah, I'm just answering your learned colleague.
It's for accused number 1, the statement that was made to Colonel Mboto.
Yes, go on.
Thank you, Madam. Whether you know the procedure, I will know the procedure. I just wanted to know that there is nowhere wherein he acknowledged or he signed the entry that you made in your diary.
No, but this witness says there is no such procedure. So if you know the procedure, put it to him. so that we make progress. That
As-
the procedure dictates, or the law dictates that.
As the court pleases, my lord. Brigadier, is it not the procedure that when you are conducting interview with the suspect, you will have a pro forma in front of you, wherein when you follow that pro forma, I think we are familiar with that, you will explain the allegations, the constitutional rights, and then you will record the response given by the accused after the allegations had been explained to him.
My Lord, counsel is referring to a warning statement. That's what you're referring to. There's a difference when you meet someone on the street, whether we're executing the warrant of arrest. There's never been a situation, my Lord, when you're carrying a warrant of arrest, simultaneously you will carry the interview form and say, this is the warrant of arrest, I'm arresting you, now I must take you through the warning statement. It doesn't work like that. That's not how it's procedurally done. You meet the person, first is the arrest, the constitutional rights in terms of what he is entitled to, you deal with that part. Subsequently, when the detention and the time to prepare the person for court, that form kicks in. But you can never make an arrest and simultaneously at the time when you're making an arrest, take the person through the warning statement. It's not doable, my Lord.
Uthi ke ummeli incwadi le eyemibuzo ube ukade unayo njengoba wawukade uhlangana nommangalo lesibili ubrigadier uthi ayikaze yenzeka empilweni Mshololo yena kuyiphoyisa la ukuthi uphethe incwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa kwaMshololo bese kuba nale yemibuzo uthi cha ayenzeki leyo kuyaye kube nokuthi umuntu kube nale ncwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa kwakhe bese atshelwa amalungelo wakhe kodwa leyo ukuthi yokuhlonya imibuzo kaningi akusincwadi ukuthi unobani ukuthi bayiphathe isikhulukazi uma beyohlangana nomuntu emgaqweni.
I put it to you, Brigadier, that is this procedure, that is the standing procedure by SAPS that whenever we are conducting an interview, or not necessarily that whenever an interview is being conducted with the suspect, immediately after he has been arrested, when there is interview that is conducted, it must be recorded. And that form is assisting to ensure that the constitutional rights of that person are not infringed.
No, but I disagree, my Lord. Counsel is talking about the product that is at a later stage. It's well known, my Lord, that people get arrested with or without the warrant, even by uniformed members on the street. Those members who arrest them on the street, they don't carry warning statements. They will arrest them on the allegation that is before them, or the evidence that is before them, take them through the holding cells, where they are processed on the SAP 14A chart and kept there. Then the investigating officer will come either on that day or the following day, then take them through the warning statement. But by the time the warning statement kicks in, police have already dealt with them in terms of the arrest, and question may have arisen. They would have even maybe followed alibis in terms of what they are saying or followed certain information. So that is not correct that when you arrest a person, that form must simultaneously kick in. That's not how it's done.
Uthi ummeli ke mina ngiyacebisa ngiyakwazisa ukuthi umthetho wesiphoyisa ukuthi uma niyobopha umuntu incwadi leyo kwamele ibe khona uthi cha akwenzeki futhi namaphoyisa nje uma bayobopha umuntu bangaba nayo incwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa kwakhe kodwa le eyemibuzo akuvamisanga ukuthi babe nayo ngoba bafika bambophe lo muntu loyo bese uyabuzwa ke imibuzo aziswe namalungelo wakhe. Leyo ncwadi leyo inokaningi iyaye igcwaliswe ngemuva uma seyikuthi lo muntu loyo kuhlelwe phansi naye kodwa uma kusayiwa kuye akusukuthi kuvamisile ukuthi ibe khona leyo ncwadi.
Furthermore, my Lord, I can just add, sorry, counsel, that even when the person is arrested for the first time, his or her constitutional rights are explained to her verbally, but the formality of those constitutional rights, my Lord, kicks in at the holding cells when the SAP 14A is completed. So it doesn't mean that when the 14A is completed at the holding cell, it is the first time the person is being made aware of his rights. When he's arrested, it's a procedure that he must be warned according to his constitutional rights, but no form. No one goes around carrying the SAP 14 form, my Lord. Same with the warning statement. That is done at a later stage.
Futhi ke kuyayenzeka nokuthi umuntu acebiswe ngamalungelo wakhe uma eboshwa ngaphandle emgaqweni bese ithi uma esesemaseleni uma ezocebiswa futhi ngamalungelo wakhe bese kula kugcwaliswa lencwadi le alikho iphoyisa elihamba liphethe incwadi emgaqweni.
Let's leave that for the argument, Brigadier. Let's move forward. Is it also correct that you asked Constable Monareng of Metropolis Eworuleni to accompany the team that was transporting accused number 1?
I've dealt with
On
this
the
matter.
30th day of May, when specifically he was taken to Kenenboard.
Yes, I've dealt with this, my lord.
Okay.
Manje iqiniso na ukuthi wena Brigadier uye wacela uKennel Monareng iphoyisa uMonareng lo wasebenza eGuruleni Metropolis ukuthi ahambe nomangalelwa njengoba bekade kuyiwa kuKennel Mboto uthi bese senguphendulile lo mbuzo.
And what I want to find out from you is the instruction of the duties that you requested Constable Monareng for.
My lord,
Because-
sorry, Council, yes.
Because he testified that he was asked to give protection to the team. By team, I mean the SAPS members. So as Metro, he was asked to give escort to the team. That's why I'm asking you to clarify for me that what is it exactly that he was asked to do at that time when accused number 1 was taken to Kenenboard.
My lord, I dealt with it. I was cross-examined about it. I testified about it in so far as evidence in chief is concerned. I dealt with it, that I phoned him, we met, I handed the accused to him, explained, I've dealt with it, my lord. And questions were put to me and I've answered
Yeah,
them.
can you answer my question? Because I want to know what is it that you ask him to do
But I've
specifically,
answered, Council.
Constable Monareng.
I've answered, Council.
Are you
Dealt with
refusing
this
to answer the
evidence.
question? We are a police officer. We are a member of the police officer. You are bound to repeat this answer and answer my question. What is it that you ask specifically other than what he said in this court?
No, my lord, with greatest respect to counsel, I'll repeat it again. I've said, I asked Constable Monareng to assist with the escort of accused number 1 from the provincial office to Kenenboard. They were not involved in that regard. Subsequent to the completion of the confession, I further asked him to escort the investigating officer insofar as the matter of accused number 1 is concerned, Sergeant Mukula, with what she needed to do up to the time that they were detained. That is insofar as my activities with Constable Monareng. I testified about this in evidence in chief, and I think I dealt with it extensively also during the cross-examination. So it's a repetition, my lord, of what I've said.
Uyaphinda ke uBrigadier ubufakazi obeka sekaphane ngabo uthi uchazile kuMonareng ukuthi ahambe neqembu lakhe njengoba kwakade kuhanjiswa umangalelo oqala kuKennel Mboto bese ayabuya aphinde ahambe neqembu lakhe abashiye la ukuthi bebakade bazoyisa umangalelwa khona aqhubeke ahambe no Sergeant Mukhola la bekade eyogcina khona.
The statement which was made to Colonel Mboto was taken at the police station. Do you understand that, Brigadier?
Yes,
Was
I'm
taken at the
listening,
station.
I'm listening, my lord.
There were members of the SAPS at the station at that particular time. My question is, why was it necessary for Constable Monareng to escort the accused to Colonel Mboto when there were members of the SAPS who could have executed those duties?
But that's not how it works, my lord. When you ask someone to take a confession, someone must do the handing over. So for that to happen, it means I would have had to speak to someone in Dikloof who can assist me with that. I didn't have anyone. I didn't know anyone in Dikloof. And Dikloof police station was chosen by Colonel Mboto, not by me. He said the suspect can be brought into Dikloof. So I didn't know anyone, my lord. But the process is such that the person who wants to make a confession must be handed over by a member, so that then the officer that is taking the confession will indicate who handed that person to him. It's a procedure.
ngoba bekukade kunamaphoyisa la ummangalelo wayekade eyisiwa khona ukuyoyenza lesiya statement, kungani uye wacela ukuthi umunare ahambe nabo? Uthi e-police station yaseDiepkloof mina ngangikade ngingazi umuntu, manje bekuyofuneka ukuthi kutholakale umuntu ophakathi laphaya e-police station yaseDiepkloof. eDiepkloof nayo i-police station leyana uKennel Mbotho othe ummangalelo alethwe khona, mina ngangikade ngingazi umuntu. Manje uma umuntu efika e-police station kwamele anikezelelwe ukuthi nangumuntu simletha la, ingakho ngingacela ukuthi umunare aye ayonikezela ngaye ummangalelo wokuqala.
Okay, let's move on. Thank you for that answer. Brigadier, am I correct to say, at the time when the statement was taken by Colonel Mbotho, Colonel Mbotho was not part of the investigating team, and he was called by you, and you are the only person who had facts, information of this case docket that you are dealing with today at that time?
No. So it's correct that Colonel Mbotho was not part of the investigation, I agree, but
Yes.
to say I was the only one who was aware of the facts of this investigation, that's not correct. I've indicated, my lord, that it was prosecutorial driven investigation.
Okay.
So I was not the only one. And part of the investigators also were privy to what is contained in the docket. So I was not the only person who knew about the docket, my lord.
Let me rephrase it, Colonel. So maybe you did not understand it. I'm sorry, not Colonel, Brigadier.
You don't understand the question, sir?
I understood the way she asked me, my
Okay.
lord, and I've answered it that way.
I was saying between you and Colonel Mbotho, at the time when the request was made, the only person who was privy with information and facts of the police docket, it was you. That's
No,
what I meant to say.
No, I disagree with you. You're talking about the facts of the docket, and I'm saying to cancel, my lord, a lot of people knew, including the prosecution. That's why I indicated it was a prosecutorial-driven investigation, including crime intelligence and part of the members of the team. So we brainstormed. When the docket was given to us, I've indicated, my lord, that cold case analysis was done. When you analyze, you dissect. So issues of the docket were not known only to me.
Manje ke uyabuza ummeli ukuthi ngalesikhathi uthumela ummangalelwa ku Colonel Mbotho kwakade kuwe wedwa owaziyo ngaleli cala. Ubrigadier uya uthi cha bekungasiyimina kuphela ngoba njengoba sengishilo ukuthi besiphenya simfuna nokushushisa, ingakho ngithi bebakhona abanye abaziyo thimba lami abashushisi nabo besesebazi bekuyiqembu ebelikhona elaziyo akusimina ngedwa obekade eyazi ngaleli cala.
So are you suggesting that Colonel Mbotho knew about this case when you called him?
No, but my lord, that's not what I said. I've answered this question really with due respect to counsel earlier, that I agree with the notion that Colonel Mbotho did not know and was not part of this investigation. The second part of my answer relates to me being the only person who knew about the docket, and I'm saying prosecution knew about it, members of my team knew about it, all stakeholders who were playing a role in this matter knew about that matter.
Akusimina uKennel Mbotho wayekade engazi futhi sengichazile lokho ukuthi wayekade engazi ngale cala, bekade kunabanye engisebenza nabo nabashushisi. uKennel Mbotho yena wayekade engazi ngaleli cala.
I can see we are avoiding the answer. Let's move on. I'll move on to the evidence of Constable Tapelo Monarenga.
That's a good question, Lord. Can be specified in which respect the witness is avoiding the answer, because he has answered to the question.
Yes, Ms. Mshololo.
My Lord, it's because, my Lord, it was even put, the question was put by this court on the transcript, if I can just clarify the background of where I'm coming from with this question, my Lord. On the appearances of the 13th of October 2023, under the questions by court, my Lord. The question was put on page 81 to page 83 under the questions by court to say, at the time when you called Colonel Mboto, you are the one who was in possession. Sorry, my lord. You were not in possession of the police docket.
I would never ask that question, but not me.
My lord, let me
Listen to
just-
the evidence as I understand it.
Let me just
The brigadier testified that after having consulted or interviewed, this is accused number 1,
Subject number 1.
at Protea.
That's phosphorus. That's
Sorry, phosphorus. Yeah,
Station, yes, ma'am.
confusing with number 2.
Yeah.
When he said he wanted to make a confession, you said to him, if that is so, you will find him an independent
Person.
Correct.
police officer who shall take your confession. And then as they were going wherever, you phoned
Correct, my lord.
to say to Mukhano.
No, I phoned various individuals.
Yeah, but you phoned several, and then the only person who you could get was Mboto,
Correct, my lord.
right? And then you advised Mukhano, is it?
No. On this one, I advise Munareng, my lord.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Constable Munareng.
That's it, sorry.
Yes.
That
Yes.
this taking of the confession has been set down before Colonel Mboto at
Correct.
Deep Kloof.
Correct, my lord.
And you say thereafter, at that particular time, you handed over the accused to them to take to Mboto.
Correct, my lord.
That's how I understood the evidence.
My lord, can
Now,
I just-
how would I say he didn't have the docket and blah blah?
My lord, can I just read the line as is, my lord? It's on the transcript dated 13 October 2023.
Yeah.
On page 81, my lord, line number 20.
Right?
My lord, it says, did you have a docket with you, sir? And then the answer it says, no, my lord, which you were given by Gininda. That's the question asked by court. Then the answer says,
So I wasn't asking Gininda.
no.
Who was I asking?
My lord, I had said the
No.
question.
Who was I asking?
The question was put to Colonel Mboto. It's the
Oh,
question
yes,
to
fine, yeah,
Colonel
fine.
Mboto. Yes.
Yes.
About Colonel Gininda.
Right, yes.
Yes, my lord.
And I asked him if he had the docket.
Yes.
Because if he said yes, that was the end of that taking of the confession, because he's not supposed to be in charge of the docket, because it's assumed not to be part of the investigation, and it is assumed that he has no indication or knowledge about the investigation of that case.
Of the case.
Can we make progress, please?
Yes, my lord. So my question to you, Mr. Gininda, is that at this time, the only person who had information about the police docket for the statement that was taken to, it was yourself, not Colonel Mboto.
But my lord,
But yeah, you know what? I thought this witness says this was a prosecutorial-driven exercise. They were having meetings, and they are part of a team. And so it was not exclusively himself that was privy to the information which was in the docket, because they worked as a team. Is that what you're saying, sir?
that's exactly what I said, my lord.
uthi ubrigadier bekade besebenza bayiqembu akusuyena yedwa obekade ebone noma enolwazi lwedokodo ubekade besebenza bayiqembu.
Let's move on. I'll leave that one for argument as well. Let's go to the statement that was made on the 24th of June. It's Exhibit JJ, my lord, to Ms. V. Cronje. Ms. Cronje testified. I know you were not here, but I'll just refer you to what she testified and what she wrote outside this pro forma. That there were heavily armed police officers that she found outside his office. Do you understand that?
I do understand.
Uthi ngiyazwisisa ukuthi uthe uKronye ukuthi uthole amaphoyisa abekade ehlomile ngaphandle kwehhovisi lakhe.
According to your knowledge, how many police officers you had instructed to take the accused to Ms. Cronje?
No,
This
ma'am.
is, my lord, sorry, this is accused number 2 now, who made the statement to Ms. Cronje.
My lord, also this part I've covered my evidence in chief, and I indicated, I'll repeat it again, my lord, that I did not designate specific number of protectors. I only spoke to Sergeant Mohana to arrange the movement of accused 2 from the police station to Boxburg, the magistrate court. He then, I'm aware that he made a use of SWAT for escort, but he coordinated that. I've said this, my lord.
Manje wena brigadier wawukade uhlele amaphoyisa ayingakhi uthi mina ngokwami ngikhulume nje no Sergeant Mkhani ngathi ayise umangalelwa eBoxburg enkantolo. Yena ngiyazi ukuthi uyena oyewahlela abantu laba abeswat ukuze bazomnceda ukuthi bebangakhi angazi.
Ms. Cronje also further testified, we'll comment if we do have the answer. Ms. Cronje also testified that he asked these members to produce their pocketbooks. And when she asked those members to produce their pocketbooks, they disappeared.
My lord, I was not there. I can't comment on this. I don't know what to say. I was not there.
Uthe uMantu Cronje uye wacela lamaphoyisa ukuthi bakhipha ama-pocketbook wabo bona bagcina seyukuthi bayanyamalala khona lapho. Uthi brigadier bengikade ngekho ngeke ngikwazi ukuphendula lokho.
Before the accused was taken to Ms. Cronje, it is the evidence tendered before this court that he was firstly taken to Colonel Rapado on the 19th of June, which was before the making of the statement to Ms. Cronje.
Yes.
Are you following?
Yes, my lord. Then I've testified about that as well, my lord.
No, just wait.
Oh.
Don't rush. The evidence in terms of the OBs that have been presented before this court is that, or maybe I can just refer the witness to be quick, my lord. To Exhibit MM. I've asked the state to arrange the OB book for Exhibit MM because I just want you to comment on the entries there.
Which OP is this concern? For which police station? If I can assist.
I've asked the state to arrange that OB for the 19th.
Put it on off, my lord.
Yes, I do have the 19th, the OP of the 19th of June, 2020.
Yes, the 19th of June. Serial number 520. It's cross-reference 531. I'm not sure there's 531 or 537. You see that one?
Yes, I see.
Yes. The one for 230, which is 520. I don't know which one is the correct serial number for that entry. Maybe you can assist me there, because there are 2.
So 531 is the one for 230.
For 230.
Yes.
And then 570 is the cross-reference. For 520.
No, so 530, my lord. 531 is the one where the arrival time is 0230.
Okay.
Yes. Which one you want me to assist you on?
And then this one, 520, is the cross-reference.
It's a cross-reference of that one, yes.
Oh,
This is investigation back, so the 520 is when he was booked out.
Okay. Then let's deal with that. It shows, my lord, this entry has been placed on record before. I'll just put the question straight to the witness. This one indicates that the accused was booked back at 2:30 And then down after the same entry, which is entry number 532, he was booked, he was charged. And then if you go to entry number 534 of the same date, are you following?
I'm listening, my lord.
534 at 4:50, the suspect is transferred, prisoner transferred, Sergeant Mohane of National Court Case, suspect murder on murder case 163, Bongani Dance. In a nutshell, it's a booking out of Bongani Dance at that time. Do you see that one?
I see that, my lord.
Yes.
That's what the OB reflects.
Yes.
uthi yebo yakubona lokho kubhaliwe kubhalwe kwi-OB.
And the further entry says, transferred to Foslorus Court without any injury or complaints. Correctly transferred.
Yes, I see that, my lord.
Uthi uyabona ukuthi kubhalwe ukuthi umsolwa utransferelwe esiphoyiseni esasefosloras engenazo impawu zokulimala.
Okay. So it means this suspect is booked out at this police station.
That's what the OB means, my lord.
Yes.
Uthi i-OB ibhalwe kanjalo ukuthi lo muntu utransferiwe.
And according to the evidence of Sergeant Mohane, is that when he was booking him out here, they intended taking Mr. Ntanzi to Foslorus Magistrate Court. However, on the way, they received a call from you that they must go to Moroka Police Station for the accused to make a statement before Colonel Rapad. You correct me if it's not the correct facts.
No, it is correct.
It is correct, okay.
That I made arrangements with Colonel Rapadu. I'm just
Yes.
not sure about the time, but at some stage, yes, I would have informed Sergeant Mohane that
Yes.
they must take accused to Colonel Rapadu in Morocco.
Yeah.
Yebo iqiniso ukuthi ubekade uSergeant Mohane yena ehambisa umsolwa wesibini eMoroka eFosloras ithema balibele bahamba kula ukuthi wena brigadier uye wamshayela ucingo ukuthi amise eMoroka uthi yebo nangokho ngeke ngikhumbule isikhathi kodwa kunjalo ukuthi mina ngiyengamshayela ucingo ngathi amiye naye eMoroka.
Okay. Did you tell them where to go to with the accused, where the statement would have been taken?
Yes, I told him, and then Colonel Rapad. I've testified about it, my lord, that I've then connected him to say, this is the colonel that will assist you, and these are the cell numbers for Lieutenant Colonel Rapad.
Wena uye wakhuluma naye uSergeant Mohane umazisa uthi yebo ngike ngakhuluma naye futhi ngamnika nocingo namanombolo wecingo luka Sergeant uColonel Rapadu ukuthi nawa nangumuntu ozokusiza njengoba uya lapha eMoroka.
Did you tell Sergeant Mohane to which police station should they go to, or they decided on their own?
No, my lord, I did, and I've said this, I don't want to be seen as if I'm running away with the answers. I've testified about it in evidence in chief, dealt with Mr. Mngomezulu, and I've just said it a few minutes ago, seconds, my lord, that I did tell them that they must go to Morocco ACPS.
Mina ngibatshelile ukuthi kwamele baye esiphoyiseni saseMoroka uSergeant Mohane futhi bese sengiyichazile leyo nto nanoma ngibuzwa imibuzo ummeli uMngomezulu.
And then where is the OB entry for the Moroka police station as proof that he was taken to Moroka police station, wherein during that tension the statement was taken?
No, but it is incorrect that he was detained. When we talk about detention, we're talking about incarceration. He was not detained there. And the making of the OB, my lord, when the confession is taken, it's something that the police officer who takes it may decide to keep record. It's not a requirement that when you take a confession at a particular police station, you must necessarily make an OB entry. Colonel Mboto chose to make one. I think there was one that was made by Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe in Albertine. In Morocco, there was none that was made, but there's no regulation that says you must make one. So that's the first part. But the second part, my lord, accused two was never detained in Morocco, so it's not correct to say he was detained there.
Akusilona iqiniso ukuthi ummangalelo wesibini uye waboshwa noma wagcinwa eMorocco uthi akulona iqiniso lelo manje indaba yekubhala umuntu obhalayo uyena ozikhethelayo awukho umthetho othi kwamele uma kubhala uma kunomuntu ohlangana naye ukhuluma naye njengephoyisa bese uyabhala kodwa umuntu obhalayo uyaye alikhethele yena ukuthi abhale ukuze aze abe nalezo zinto ekuthi zikhulunywe.
I differ with you, Brigadier, with due respect. The procedure in the SAPS is that when a person is taken to the station, he will be booked into the books of that station. However, we have given the explanation that we have given to the court. In light of what we have said to the court, that is not a procedure, it's not a requirement. Where is proof that this statement was taken at the time when the accused was at Morocco police station?
My Lord, I'm not aware. I think I'll deal with the answer to this question lastly. That's why if you look at the pro forma, in terms of what I'm going to say, my Lord, the pro forma for confession, there's not even a portion where you must insert an OB entry on that pro forma, because it's a guideline of what questions you must put and what answers you must give. There is no portion where you must give detention OBs and SCP-14. It's simply the practice that other officers will prefer to say, let me make this entry and document in the OB what transpired. Now, that's the first part. The second part, my Lord, if counsel says there is a procedure in the ACPS, please can she just advise me on this, because I'm not aware. There's no such standing order that says when you take a confession, it must be documented at the police station. What counsel also must know, my Lord, when we take a confession, it doesn't necessarily mean it must be at the police station. You can be called to this court and use one of the offices and document and take the confession, the written down confession. There are no detention cells here. Where will you record the occurrence book? The guideline is the form, but then in terms of best practice, other officers will say, let's make an entry so that things are seen to be, some record that things were done in a way that suits him, and it will make things up for him or her when he testifies before court, my Lord.
Uthike ummeli uphi ubufakazi obubonisayo ukuthi lesi statement senzelwe eMorocco ngoba ucebisa ubrigadier ukuthi umthetho osho njalo ukuthi uma uyiphoyisa kwamele kuboniswe ukuthi lento le ewuyenzile yenzelwe kuphi statement lesi siyenzelwe kuphi ubrigadier uyaphika uthi istatement singayenzelwa nanoma kuphi nala enkantolo umuntu angahle abizwe afakwe ehhovisi elithize abuzwe imibuzo futhi akawazi noma awukho umthetho oshoyo ukuthi kwamele kubhalwe umuntu uyaye abhale yena ngokwakhe ngokuthi azenzele ukuthi uma kungenzeka ukuthi kudingeke ukuthi azobuzwa bese yena uzibhalele kodwa akusuka ukuthi umthetho wesiphoyisa uthi kwamele ubhale wena uma uthatha istatement.
Thank you for that information, Brigadier, but be that as it may, whether best practice was followed or procedure was followed, whatever the privileges the SAPS have, my statement, or what I'm saying to you, is that there is no proof before this court that this statement was taken at Morocco.
Well, my Lord, I think Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu is best vested to come and testify on those issues. The form indicates that it was signed at Morocco police station. There's a date, there's a time, there's a starting time and ending time. If then that is in dispute, I think Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu can best deal with counsel, my Lord.
Uthi ummeli abukho ubufakazi obubonisa ukuthi lesi statement sithathelwe eMorocco police station kodwa uthi ubrigadier ucabanga ukuthi umuntu ongaphendula lo mbuzo kangconywana kungaba uLieutenant Colonel Rapadu ngoba lesi statement sibhale isikhathi ukuthi uqalwe ngobani isikhathi siphinda siyabhalwa nokuthi sithathelwe eMorocco ngobani isikhathi kwaqedwa nangobani isikhathi yena ucabanga ukuthi Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu yena umuntu ongahle eze ezophana ngobufakazi